Welcome back, guys, to the Dirt Drive Podcast. As always, I'm Trevor. With me today, we've got Tom Sylvester back with us.
Yo!
And we've got the chief of Cherokees, or whatever the crap he calls himself, Tim Germanario.
That's a good one.
The chief of Cherokees. That would actually be Tom. He's the chief of destroying Cherokees.
Me?
Yes, you're the chief of destroying Cherokees.
Technically,
you've killed two.
You killed the Cherokee chief and
Fair.
the Grand Cherokee.
Fair.
So the chief of destroying Cherokees is actually Tom.
To be fair, that is why.
Does
his
that make
nickname
PJ
is
the
Chief.
assistant chief of fixing the Cherokees?
He's never fixed one of your broken Cherokees.
No, but
we've
he's
been on
fixed
a run.
We've been on a run. At
We've had
XJs
like
at the
8
shop.
XJs to the shop in the last 2 weeks,
That's true. He has been,
and he's
cranking
worked on all
those.
of them.
Yeah, it's been getting. Yeah.
We'll see how he goes.
To be fair, his name is Jeep Murderer in our chat. So
Yes, Tom is the chief murderer.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
You? Yes.
you
you're
don't
the
get to
Jeep
see your own
murderer.
nickname in the group chat.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you
No,
do.
you don't.
Yes, you do.
When I send a text, it just says you. It doesn't give me my nickname.
Oh.
You've
Must
never
be a
noticed
setting.
that for yourself?
Must be a setting.
No.
Mine shows up as Booby Flay.
It's the best nickname we've ever given anybody. Anyway,
Topic of today's episode, we've got kind of a fun one. We will be attending the SEMA show this year, and we have come up with probably the most genius idea ever.
or the dumbest.
Or
We
the
haven't
dumbest.
figured it out yet.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We're actually figuring it out on the podcast today because I know
Yeah.
nothing about it. I've
That's
got no
true.
clue what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
So initially,
Because these two guys work together. They talk about stuff all the time, browse Facebook at work, and I just kind of get left out on the side sometimes.
You've never not been invited.
yeah,
True.
You're
No,
just-
I know.
You just act like you're too good for us
And,
sometimes.
and then you sit there and
'Cause
go,
I got another
"You know what?
job."
I'm gonna go home now because all my work's done instead of
Oh,
hang
yeah.
out with my friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail on my friends
That's what
and
this
my
is
brother.
for. This is for
bail
hanging
on
out
my
with
friends and my brother. Make
Yeah.
him pay for an Uber for no reason
He
because
paid for an Uber.
how else do you think he got to
You
the shop?
left him at
I
work.
thought he was gonna have one of his coworkers drive him.
You left him at work because you're a dick.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
But
So are we.
So what we had initially, obviously, last year when we went, we flew. This year, this time around, obviously with everything going on, flights are crazy expensive.
It's
Even
as of today 4:09.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
unless the podcast takes off or the shop takes off.
In which case, we're still gonna do this idea.
yeah. So
Or first class.
It's
I'll
just
fly
gonna
first
be-
class too.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna
no.
take off that quick.
no. Yeah, you got $2,000? Fly round trip
Each.
first class?
We just need 1,000 listens a month and we'll be good to
Oh
go.
my! Shut up. Anyway,
So if you guys could like and subscribe
Like
and
and
pay for our
subscribe.
first class plane tickets to Vegas, that'd be great.
well, not so much pay for it, just allow us or afford us the ability to write it off as a business expense. That'd be great.
Pay for.
Sure.
Send the check.
Send the check.
Send the check.
United Airlines, send the check.
Delta, I don't know. I don't care.
JetBlue,
But-
JetBlue. I'll take Spirit.
I won't take Spirit. That's milk crates.
Initially,
Milk crate air.
Because obviously last year it was just me and Tom that went because
Yep.
'Cause
all of you
Tim was too good
dickbags
for us and bailed.
bailed on us.
Yep.
But this
That's all-
year,
that's all right.
initially, it was just going to be the three of us going.
Yep.
Now we've got PJ on board. To
And PJ, who's PJ? For
PJ is the newest employee at Dirt Nerds Motors.
He's an OG
You guys have known him for a couple years
as a
at
7
least.
slot. Yeah, he's been around as 7
Yeah, he
slot.
started,
not Angel, but he helped Angel with 7 slot.
Yeah, he helped found the 7 Slot Society, which for all of the local Jeep people you probably have heard about.
Yeah, it's Fredericksburg.
Yeah, Fredericksburg. It's a massive Jeep club. PJ
I don't
helped.
think they're a club.
No, it's
per
it's
se.
a
I
it's
guess,
a
yeah,
it's a
club-
brand.
it's a social
Yeah,
media presence
true.
and a brand.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, so he's in on it. He actually went to SEMA back in like 2014.
Okay.
When the off-road stuff was kind of taking off, but it wasn't nearly as big. So he's super excited. And then we kind of realized that between the four of us, you know, you're talking somewhere between $1,600 and $2,000 to fly
At
everybody
least.
round trip
Yeah, at least.
minimum, not including obviously all the rest of the expenses of going to the show.
Yep.
So we decided it'd be kind of cool to do a road trip because we realized that the route that we would take to SEMA goes down, or partway goes down historic Route 66.
That would be sweet.
So
It's
no,
going
it's
to be
going
sweet.
to be sweet.
We're doing it one way or the other because
But-
it's
Yeah,
still
I'm
cheap.
down.
It's actually cheaper than flying.
Yeah.
We did the math. We
Saves us,
figured.
what, like $600-$700.
Yeah, so we ballparked it and said, you know, if we each spend $400 on a plane ticket, we could
which
actually
is the low end.
Yeah, that's current pricing. The lowest I've seen so far, I think, was like $385,
Which is not a
which
huge
once you add your fees and taxes and parking and everything else, we're spending $400 a person on average. So the average fuel price across the country, call it $6 a gallon. Too much whiskey. Call it about $6 a gallon. It's just under 5,000 miles round trip. So we did the math. It'd be about $1,000 in fuel.
One way or both ways?
Both ways.
Both
Oh
ways,
shit!
round
Okay.
trip.
Averaging 25 miles to the gallon.
So in towing a Jeep's probably out of the question because we both have
We're not
shitbox trucks.
right, which is why we're not going to tow a Jeep.
We're gonna
Buy a shit box.
That's
we're gonna roadkill. We're gonna roadkill this.
Ideally,
we need to come up with a better name than roadkill because that one's already taken.
Yeah. But-
I have.
Yeah.
We're coining the verb shitboxing it.
yeah.
So we're gonna
Just garbage, just driving garbage across the country.
we're gonna dumpster fire our way across the country to Vegas.
Would you like to hear what we found?
Ideally, we buy an AMC Eagle.
Dude, this is so cool. I've wanted one for so long.
See?
See, convincing him was not going to be the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
We knew that.
No, it never was.
But
But we found one here in Virginia, $1,500.
Yep.
It's looks to be in relatively
Interior's
good shape.
complete.
Who's the? I guess we're all going to be the poor souls that get crammed in the back. We're all over 6 foot tall.
Well,
First of all, do you realize
that's
that is
the
a station wagon, homie. That thing is spacious.
You're overestimating the size of an AMC
yeah, it's an 80s station wagon, which is a modern day sedan.
It's more like an 80s hatchback.
Would you rather to be in that or a Nissan Versa?
probably the Versa. Yeah, definitely the Versa because it's got air conditioning. heat,
I gotta agree with Tim
reliable.
on this one. I gotta agree with Tim on this one.
Definitely the Versa.
So here's
Speaking from experience, you don't want the Versa.
That's fine.
You don't want the Versa.
versus an AMC Eagle. I'm with Tim.
Versa
The
all
thing's
the way.
the thing's gonna start when we stop after we stop for
Wrong.
food.
Wrong.
Higher probability it's gonna start after we stop for food. It's gonna be better on fuel, and you can almost guarantee the air conditioning works.
Ugh. Could you imagine? I guess
It's not
November.
gonna have less leg room than the AMC Eagle.
Which is going to be cooler?
the Versa because it'll make it there.
But that's half the fun.
No, I know. I got it.
Here's the justification. AMC Eagle. It's a straight six. It's a Chrysler straight six.
Is it the 4.2?
It'd be the 4.2.
Carbureted?
Probably. Easy to fix on the side of the road. most of the parts are interchangeable with an XJ, so everything's going to be available one way or the other.
If it's carbureted, most of the parts are available at Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone.
Right. Or we can makeshift something with some bubble gum and duct tape.
Because shitbox?
Yeah. It's
Like
a
you do.
hatchback, so we have room for all of our shit.
Podcasting equipment because we'll be
Yep.
podcasting live from the road.
If we
podcasting,
if we
live
manage
streaming, all
to
that good stuff.
if we manage to pull this off, we're definitely
We're getting stuck in Nebraska.
no. We don't go through Nebraska. We're good.
perfect.
Oklahoma.
Arkansas. We got to worry about Arkansas.
Say it right. Arkansas.
Right, which is why we have to be worried about getting stuck there because Tim doesn't know how to say it.
Look at how it's spelled. It's Arkansas.
Yeah, we know. We know how it's spelled, Tim. Thank you. But we also talked about now detouring and maybe hitting some distilleries out in Kentucky.
Okay.
Be a small detour. We'll see. But it's
So are we
it's
gonna-
34 hours.
Are we going to one-shot it in 34 hours? Or are we going to
Yes.
do it over 2 or 3 days?
So when we
8 hours
when we
apiece,
first
homie.
came up with the idea to just drive and we were going to rent a I don't know, Nissan Murano or some
Yeah, some mid-size.
mid-size SUV. Like
A Versa?
no, because we're
The
four.
Murano will actually make it there.
Yeah, and we're also four big dudes. Like
All weigh over 200 pounds?
yeah, some of us barely, some of us weigh. Me, mostly me.
Get it weigh? It's a pun. There's a button for that on there somewhere. I think it's the top right.
Hey.
It came in handy.
So, I mean, I think either way we're driving. It's going to be a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
road trip. It's just whether or not we shitbox it and take a dumpster across the country,
The came in handy.
or if we rent a car. I think either way, I think the cost is going to be about the same.
From having to buy parts for the
Yeah.
AMC Eagle.
Yeah, but
Is that solid or independent front?
solid.
Is-
It's
Is it a CJ? CJ frame?
it's it turned into the XJ. Once Chrysler took over, they like those early 86 XJs that had the V6s.
V6 XJs.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
look
wait,
it up.
inform me.
I'm blowing your mind. The very
Because
first
XJ
XJs
started in 84.
Right, so 84 to 86, or maybe just 84 and 85. I forget. Somewhere in that, the early XJs.
If only we had internet down in your basement.
I mean, we do, but it's way more fun to ramble and pretend like we know what we're talking
And
about.
they get corrected on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, please. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I am 99% sure the
If we're
early
wrong, don't come at
XJs
us.
had an overlap with a V6, which is based on the Buick V6 that you see in a lot of the
Yeah.
AMC products.
We dealt
early
with
on.
that with Tom Miller's
Yes,
his Jeep
Willys.
truck, his
Yeah.
Willys. Because it had the Buick carb. The Buick,
Right. Right.
what carb was that, though? It took us so long to find it. I can't remember.
It's like a YF. It's a single barrel something, right?
Yeah, it took forever
It's
to
like a
find.
Carter YF or something.
Yeah,
weird.
that's exactly what it was.
I mean, I hate to be that guy in 2022, but like, we're doing it for likes. Let's be honest.
That's fine. We do.
If we're gonna do it,
if we weren't doing,
we're doing it for clicks. We're doing it for the views. Like, it's all gonna get documented if we do it one way or the other. It's just how ridiculous of a video is it gonna be? 4 fat dudes and an AMC Eagle.
and that's the title of the first video.
4 fat dudes in an AMC Eagle.
I mean,
part 1.
Like it'd be one very on brand for us. Like we're ridiculous. The car's ridiculous.
We're
the
fun,
road
damn
trip's
it.
ridiculous. We're fun, damn it. Like
as much as our wives don't believe us.
yeah. Ideally, we fix the air conditioning before we leave.
Put a new head unit in there.
So, in lieu of air conditioning, what I do on the trails
It's called
is,
55 and 2, bro.
is I hold a
You mean
Milwaukee
45 and 2?
I hold a Milwaukee fan in the window and let it blow. That's literally what I do
Hot
on the
air.
trail. Yeah, it's better than the 115 degree air in the cab.
So what I'm not sure is,
Have you never seen that?
No.
Dude, I've done that.
Oh yeah, it works great.
I've never
So
seen
You just gotta
When
drive
we-
one hand on the wheel, one hand on the Milwaukee fan.
When we leave here, when we leave Northern Virginia,
You'll see it. You'll
we're
see it in
not
a few
going to need
weeks.
air conditioning. What I don't
It's
know,
also November.
It's also
so yes.
November.
right? But like as we get across the country,
But
like
it is a Jeep, so
I
the
think-
heat will work.
yeah,
Is
So-
it an AMC or is it a Jeep?
No, it's an AMC, which technically is a Jeep. So you got to remember,
Is it closer?
It's closer to a Jeep than anything else.
Yeah.
But is it like a Javelin based body? I haven't seen an Eagle in so long.
it's a 4-door AMC Javelin sitting on a leaf spring solid axle chassis with a transfer case.
I have an erection.
Oh, thank God this is an audio podcast.
If it was, you wouldn't see it. So if it was video, it would be fine.
Anyway,
Anyway, it's basically an XJ. The leaf springs are the same. I believe it's a
Okay.
yeah, because it's right in that time period where AMC was becoming Chrysler, or I guess
Yeah.
Chrysler was buying AMC, whatever, however you want to look at it.
it's got nice patina
Yeah, that's what they call that in the collector world.
rust.
Rust.
It's not.
It's an
rust.
East Coast car. It's rust.
Okay.
It's only patina if it comes from west of the Rockies. Everything else is rust.
And much like Tom's first XJ, the speedometer only goes to 85.
Good. So
Right.
we can't speed going across country.
Correct.
We can't speed anywhere because it's
Climate wise, I don't know if we have any Midwest listeners, but if you guys do, if you could let us know, end of October, early November, what's the weather like? Are we going to need air conditioning, or
we're
should
going
we
through Colorado.
No. So the route would be, if we don't detour to Kentucky, it'd be 81 through Virginia, across Tennessee,
Okay.
literally like from, I guess basically Knoxville all the way across to Memphis. Then you dip down. You might cut a bit of Missouri, and then into Arkansas, Oklahoma City, and you pick up Route 66 in Oklahoma City.
okay.
And then it's Route 66 all the way across to Vegas.
Oh, we're gonna need 4x4.
No. No, Route 66
No,
is still
but the
paved.
best part is there's a good switch in there to switch to 4x4.
Oh, is it the vacuum switch that you had in your Cherokee Chief?
really?
Yeah, you want to see the picture?
Okay, so now I'm learning something about the AMC Eagles.
Yeah.
So,
So,
the vacuum.
so is that an all-wheel drive? Is that all-wheel drive?
Look at that switch. What's that say? 2-wheel drive? 4-wheel drive.
Stop vehicle, pull, and engage. Well, now my mind is blown.
What
Look at
transfer
that.
case is that? Is that the same one you have in the garage?
Uh,
Probably.
No, I sold that one. No, that is not the same switch that's in the FSJs.
Which is the full size Jeeps, the Cherokees, the Grand
Cherokee
or the
Yeah, so
the Wagoneers, the Cherokee.
So like
Chiefs.
the Wagoneers, the Cherokees, and the Cherokee Chiefs have like the Borg Warner. Oh shit, 13.
Too technical. Back off the
1339. Anyway, so there's a low range and a non-low range, but they're basically an all-wheel drive type transfer case.
Vacuum actuated though, aren't they?
Essentially the locking, it's a full-time all-wheel drive.
With a center locking differential.
The center locking is vacuum operated.
Okay.
This is not the same switch. It does appear like it would be a vacuum style switch though.
So what
I'm gonna have to Google something.
are we
Now
gonna
I'm very curious.
lift it, lock it? Not
No.
lift.
No,
Nope. We're gonna pull it out of the field.
No. We're
We're
gonna
gonna get Falcon. We're
Oh,
gonna
so-
get Falcon to sponsor us.
Falcon.
Send the tires.
Falcon tires.
Send the
Send
tires
the
and the check.
tires.
Like I said,
No, we already get a check from them. We just need the tires.
a set of
Well,
eight.
we don't. As the podcast,
Yeah, we
we
don't. But also, we get sort of a check. We only get stuff when we sell their product. They don't give us free money.
So like
We-
commission.
we
Yeah, it's a
sell
commission.
a lot of their product.
oh yeah, we do. We like the AT trails would be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Falcon Tire, if you're listening, the AT trail would be perfect for this road trip. It would
The
look
Rubitrack
great.
would look good too.
It might be a little aggressive for 5,000 miles, but
whoa.
We're planning to sell it in Vegas. Who cares?
I don't think we're selling in Vegas.
no. If we make it to Vegas, we have to try and drive it home.
I don't disagree.
And then we're gonna disassemble it and put it in your showroom at the shop.
I like it.
I wanted to do
There's
that
no
with
more
a TJ
couches
frame.
in the showroom. You get to sit in an AMC Eagle while you
It,
wait. for your car to be worked
it
on.
smells like rat shit.
Rat shit and sweaty dude.
You had made
Beef
hello.
jerky.
But yeah, I think either way, we really should look at doing this road trip. I think it'll be a blast.
Look at it. I thought it was decided already.
Well, yeah, we're definitely driving.
unless flight prices plummet and like we can
Which they
fly there
won't.
for $150 round trip.
Which
Which is what you guys flew last year, right?
No, we
it
were
ended up being
like 300 something last year.
It
Okay.
ended up being about 450-ish.
But I had a bunch of miles, which I don't have this year.
Yeah.
So
And you also didn't win a golf tournament this year.
Yeah, I did not win a golf
you
tournament.
didn't win
this
a golf tournament last year either.
year. Yeah,
Was that
but
2 years ago?
it was 2020 officially, but I had some lingering money from that laying around.
Don't
in
tell my wife.
in the brown paper backy that you got it in.
All right, so in case you're wondering, the OEM transfer kit. Wow, what a name for an internet forum. The AMC Eagles Den.
Wow, that's a good one.
Shout out to AMC Eagles Den forum.
Is it a forum for AMC Eagles and also war vets?
I don't know, but it's still using HTML. This website has not been updated since 1998.
Nice.
Fun fact. The AMC Eaglepedia can now be accessed using the buttons found below. Oh, there's also a Facebook group page.
So what's
The new site under old management. So welcome to our new home for everything related to AMC Eagles. All right, so
if you need to know anything about AMC Eagles, check out AMC Eaglepedia or AMC Eagle Den.
yeah, it's the AMC Eagles Den.
.com, .net,
.com.
.gov.
It's a .com. It's a .com.
.gov.
.gov, I don't know.
All right,
knows?
so it would appear the cases used. This is wild. I have never heard of any of these. The NP 119.
It's like a Dahmer case. It's like a
No, it's all new process.
So it's still
it's a
new
new process
process.
119. It's a new process 128 and a new process 129. So 86 only was the. And if I'm wrong on any of this, blame AMC Eagles Den.
.com.
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 I believe the guy's name is Jim Bolton, who wrote the post, according to the internet.
The one that we would look at purchase
M-
would be the 83.
Right, so 86 only is an open center diff.
Interesting.
The 119 was used from 80 to 81, and that is a full-time four-wheel drive with viscous coupling.
Okay.
I love the word
viscous.
viscous.
So the 129 appears to be what's in there, which is used from mid 81 through 88.
Pretty sure this is automatic too. The one we looked at.
Okay, so
So
we're
so-
way deep in the weeds now.
Yeah, we are way deep in the weeds.
Is there a backup vehicle in case this
Yeah,
one's
it's called
like?
a rental car.
Yeah.
So let's say we get
AAA
there,
to the nearest.
we get
Enterprise.
there, and this thing has like no frame.
Oh no, we're ideally if we end up shipboxing it like this, we're gonna go pick it up like in the next couple of months.
Yeah, but let's
give
say
it a once over. Like we're gonna put brakes in it, make sure.
Well, we
it's-
get there to pick it up, and it's got like no frame left in it. Like it's just.
then
a
we just
big
find
rust
another
hole.
one. That's
Yeah.
why.
So we're set on the Eagle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna. No, we're not set on
Not
an
set
Eagle
on it, but
specifically.
it's- that one
It just
popped
seems like
up-
an ID vehicle.
4 dudes
it's
crammed in a
like-
CJ5.
But yeah, because
See, like that doesn't make any sense to me personally. Like,
But you have to
because
think,
we
like,
also have nowhere to
this-
put our stuff, right? We're going to be in Vegas for a week, so we're all going to have a relatively large suitcase, plus tools, plus parts. Like,
plus it's on brand enough. It makes enough sense to do it.
So would an XJ also be a good option?
That's what we initially
Like a
started with.
$600 XJ.
That's what we
Yeah.
initially started with. Actually, was looking at.
Oh,
XJs.
speaking of XJs, this is an advertisement for Bobby Nines, the Baltimore boy. He's selling his Cherokee and his trailer for $7,000 for a Cherokee and a trailer.
was that the one that ripped his control arm out, or his control arm
They
bracket
all
out?
ripped their control arms out.
Yeah, but
that's the one that's the cover photo of the
Is he
Facebook
replacing
page.
it with
Oh,
something?
where it's
He's buying a boat.
he's.
He said, "I only need one money pit."
Anyway, back to the
He should have
trip.
kept his XJ.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Anyway, but good deal though. Good deal.
Good deal on an XJ.
Maybe we'll post that to Facebook later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's one of those things where you can fly anywhere, right?
It just
It's
an
just-
XJ is not that exciting, to be honest.
An XJ is an XJ. It's well known. It's not gonna. It doesn't have the same kind of attention around it. Right?
Like any 4x4 sedan would work then, like a cool old like super boxy Volvo. Did they make any of those in 4x4?
I think there were. No, I don't think so.
Because I have a love for those like early
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
Like just look like straight trash cans.
Yeah, like the
The-
old. Yeah, I know
yeah.
exactly which one you're talking about, but I don't think any of them were all-wheel drive. I mean, I think ideally it would be some sort of truck or SUV, and I think that's why the AMC Eagle just fits that bill so nice. It's
So I feel like there's so few of those.
right. It's off the wall. It's still four-wheel drive.
it's old school Jeep.
basically a Jeep.
They're not collectible.
They're not. So
Yeah.
like, if it blows up and we leave it on the side of the road, nobody's gonna give a shit.
Do we really roadkill it and like no registration?
No, no.
Because that's
we're-
that's roadkill.
That's crossing a lot of states.
yeah.
Like,
We
if we were staying inside Virginia, that'd be one thing.
we don't have the
don't have the
legal
clout to
power of
do
Motor
that.
Trend. I mean,
Yeah, Motor Trend, what's up?
yeah, I was gonna say if Motor Trend wants to
Motor
pick up our
Trend,
podcast,
send the check.
like, you know, we're down. We're pretty self sufficient. You know, if you want to just start sending a check.
Yeah, we could definitely use like a studio, but we're working on that.
Yeah, the idea would be just something different. It doesn't have to be the AMC Eagle. I just think, you know, doing it in a Grand Cherokee or an XJ is almost too easy, right? Like the 4-liter AW4, that the thing
ain't
could,
all day
anywhere.
long.
that thing will run itself into the ground while the rest of the body rusts away from it.
and
Or
bring
blow a head
itself back
gasket.
to life.
Yeah, which doing a head gasket on a 4-liter, we can literally do on the shoulder of an interstate. Any of the four of us would be able to do that with our eyes closed, right?
Fair.
Like,
The three of us.
yeah, sure. Yeah, Trevor can order the parts like nobody's business.
Head gaskets aren't that hard.
Source the parts, Trevor.
Head gaskets aren't.
I love you, buddy. Source
they're
the parts.
not that hard. We've done enough 4.0 heads at this point.
That's the thing for Trevor. When he gets too cocky on the podcast, source the parts.
What's the
Send the check.
What,
You don't even
what's-
work there.
What's the
Fair.
character? What's the character's name from Gone in 60 Seconds? Where it's like, oh, Fred. Where he's like, yeah, and Fred could order pizza like nobody's business. That's Trevor. Trevor can order parts.
He does
like
order a
nobody's-
great pizza
He
from
does
Ray's.
order. What was the Rays you ordered on Friday? Was that it was like sausage, pepperoni,
So it was
Spicy
spicy?
sauce.
Oh my
spicy
god, that was so
sausage,
good.
Pepperoni, bacon. So basically, I
bacon,
recreated
that's
their
what it
like
was.
meat extravaganza. I think they call it the hog. But yeah, the spicy red sauce.
That was
that
so
was,
good.
that was really
And
good.
And Trevor
so
can
good.
order the pizza.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? We're gonna be burning
Who
some
cooks for
energy
you in the woods?
No, I know.
We're gonna be
That's
burning some
great.
energy, putting head gaskets in a fucking AMC Eagle on the side of Route 66
Wherever it is, yeah.
in some desert.
Drinking whiskey in Tennessee.
Who would have thought our wives were worried about us?
But yeah, so we thought.
What are you
that
doing? We're
sounded
drunk.
like
We're changing a head gasket.
we thought that sounded like
On the side of a highway, what could go wrong?
a great, like, just from a memory standpoint. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can't recreate something like that. So to do it at least once.
Well, it's not often you get to plan the memories either. So,
Right.
Exactly.
like, it's my favorite office quote is, I wish I would have known I was in the good times when I was actually there. Like, if we can plan the good times
Yeah.
and plan those memories, that's the
Yeah,
huge, that's
I
the
mean-
Well,
huge
and on
part.
top of the fact that you're talking about having a good time, saving some money along the way, thankfully.
Hopefully.
No, it's,
If we take the AMC Eagle, we're kind of taking the saving the money out of the equation.
Possibly. It
With
could
that
it could
attitude,
impress us.
yeah.
Which honestly would realistically, let's be honest, knowing us, it's gonna make it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
We
We will
have-
make it.
like Scrap Heap was a $200 Jeep with a blown head gasket, and that thing wheeled literally the drive shafts out of it for 3 years.
Yep.
I was just telling a customer about
Well,
Scrap
the drive
Heap.
train out of it.
Yeah, I was just telling him about
Choo-choo.
Scrap Heap the other day, and he was like, "Oh, so what was that, like 10 years ago?" I was like, "No, this was like this past summer. It was
Like
6 months
we
ago."
sold it in November.
Sold it, gave it away.
No,
No,
he
no,
sold
I
it.
sold it. I got
He got
four,
money
I got
for it.
$400 out of it.
You got $400 out of that?
Yeah, apparently catalytic converters were through the roof when I was trying to get rid of it. I had
Catalytic converters are through the roof right now.
Yeah, I had junk car guys like bidding on that thing. It was wild. I was happy to get.
Nice.
I was going to give it to the first person that showed up.
Yeah.
And then ended up giving it to the highest bidder.
Nice.
Hey,
Like, it
screw
was
$400
fantastic,
is
yeah.
$400.
Yeah. I didn't even have to unload it off the trailer. They backed the rollback up to my trailer and then unloaded the Jeep off the trailer directly onto the rollback. It was fantastic.
So has anybody messaged this guy on Facebook about this Eagle?
No, that's
He
that.
only
We got to
posted
iron the
about a week
details
ago.
out,
Yeah,
like
and he only
a
posted
budget
it like a week
Yeah.
ago.
and figuring out who's paying for all of this.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, now that you're clued into the plan, ideally, the idea was we'd buy one-way tickets home from Vegas and then spend the week trying to sell it in Vegas.
That sounds like we don't get to enjoy Vegas that much, though.
What are you talking about?
But here's the thing.
Selling a car on
You
Facebook
put-
is a pain in the ass.
But it,
yeah, but dude, we're at SEMA. Like someone at SEMA will
and that's
take
like
that.
it's only a pain in the ass if you're trying to get like your money's worth out of it, right?
If we're trying to buy plane tickets with it, that's getting your money.
No, we pre-buy the plane tickets.
Okay.
But like, if it makes it all the way to Vegas, and then we
See,
we roll into our hotel and we put the thing on Facebook for $500 with a title.
See, I
some
was
some dude's
picturing-
just gonna drive 4 hours to Vegas to pick that up.
I was picturing like get the cash and go to will call. I'm like that's not going to work.
That's poor decision making. Could be fun. Poor decision making.
We got $300. We're gonna go back to DC.
well, but
Guess we're
think
stuffing Tim in a dog crate, shipping him like a pup all the way back to the East Coast.
My pups would fly better than that.
I think
Poor me.
the road trip aspect, regardless, is fun. And I don't know about you guys, but growing up, you guys know the Rugrats, obviously.
Yeah.
TV show, cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there was a Rugrats movie where they go on a family trip to Vegas, right? And they pull up at nighttime and all the Vegas lights are on.
Yep.
And that's how I envision this road trip going, is us getting in at 2:00 in the morning and we roll over one of those hills and
Yeah.
all of a sudden the skyline just opens
Well,
up to all the
Did
Vegas.
they road tripped a lot in Rocket Power too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cartoon
But so it's
road
like
trip.
that. It's a weird form of nostalgia, right? Because like I've never done it, but at the same time, I've always had that mental image of driving into
it's-
Vegas at nighttime and everything. You go from pure dark desert to just
It's the
skyline,
quintessential
Yeah.
American dream,
bro.
right?
Oh yeah,
Like it's been
drive out of nothingness
the internet-
into any
Yeah.
wild hope and dream you could possibly have.
the internet and just like kind of daily life has, in my opinion, has kind of killed the car and the road trip, right? Like, Route 66, that was the interstate until the
Wood panel
50s.
van, like,
Right, like motel is literally a
Panel Eagle. It's got wood paneling on, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, but that's
But,
but
like-
what he's talking about is that classic family road trip
Right.
from back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, like-
you got the wood panel like
like the term motel,
Station wagon.
right? Like
Yeah.
like everybody knows the word motel.
Yeah.
that is literally short for
they
motor
leave the light
hotel.
on.
That's
Literally
the mo-
cars.
Yeah,
Literally cars.
Like
took
like
place
it,
on.
like as unfortunate millennials, like we do fall into that
I
category.
call myself an elder millennial.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm on the
You
top
don't get
end.
to call yourself anything. You come up with horrible names for yourself.
elder millennial.
I like elder millennial. That could work. That could be a good T-shirt also.
Yeah.
But like our generation, I feel like has lost the appreciation of what a car is.
Yeah.
Right. Like
It's just a tool.
I
now.
I feel-
love Jeeps. I love off roading, but I've said it before. I am a car guy first. The idea of having the freedom to literally go anywhere you want, hence the excitement of a Jeep.
I've got another idea.
Okay.
I've got a 1971 Chevy Camaro that has an LS and a 4L60. We already have the car. We just need to make it run and drive.
How are you going to fit 4 huge dudes in that?
It's tight in the back, but there is
How are you
space in
going
the
to
back.
fit 4 huge dudes in that?
Yeah, that's
Wrong.
I like
Wrong
the
answer.
idea. Shelve that one. We're gonna put that on the top.
Like backup.
We would need 2 Camaros.
I don't want to say backup, but that could be another
Road
trip.
trip.
Like we could take that somewhere. I'm all for doing that.
But not 34 hours straight. That's
Yeah.
tight.
It
Yeah.
would be tight in the back.
And also the expense of finishing that car right now doesn't really fall in the budget.
Also, you have to remember
AMC
the trip
Eagle
back.
cheap.
Well, so if Mackenzie
The
listens to
trip
this,
back.
all it needs is a drive shaft, battery, and wirings. That's all it needs to drive down the road.
You also have to think.
Right,
if
but
you
it's an
take
LS, so it's more expensive parts. It's
The trip back
yeah,
after a week.
yeah. You're not
at
gonna want
SEMA,
to. Yeah, you're not gonna want to leave.
No, I would not leave that there.
Right, and yeah, if you
I honestly,
if you want to drive,
honestly don't think we would leave a vehicle there. I don't think
no, we're gonna sell it in Vegas. That's part of the excitement.
if we don't sell it in Vegas, we just ditch it in a lot and
Yes.
light it on fire.
No, then we drive it home. You guys can buy a plane ticket. I'll drive it home by myself,
That's fine.
or we'll ship it home. I don't know.
34
We'll
hours
figure it.
straight.
Yeah, it would take me a while.
Yeah.
We got
No,
a place to stay in Colorado, so
True.
Expensive place.
But yeah, I think
he's got friends.
bringing back the road trip, right? Like you know, we're big roadkill fans. We all sit and watch it. Like those guys have nailed down the road trip, right? No destination or some obscure destination, taking the route less traveled. Like
Staying off highways.
Yeah, cars have become just point A to point B, which takes all the fun out of it, right? Like we had our ridiculous realization that our hobby involved loading a vehicle on the back of another vehicle, driving it somewhere, to drive in circles for hours, to put it
no
back on a
destination.
vehicle, and drive hours home.
And because of that, we've got a shitbox tow rig, a shitbox
Right.
Jeep, and my daily driver is a shitbox.
Right.
I've got no nice cars because of my dumb hobby.
But it's not even a shit.
You ever think of it that way? Why
Why do you have to ruin this moment, Tim?
I love cars. I love cars so much. I've got 3 garbage ones
Why are you ruining my moment? It was so sentimental.
because that's what I do. Welcome to the Dirt Drive Podcast.
No, but you're 100% right. Like our love of the car
It's so
has nothing to do
depressing.
with what the car is. It's the adventure.
Yeah.
Right? Like the automobile does not have adventure anymore. It is
Yeah.
it is nothing but a requirement for life, which sucks. Like
The
car
automobile has turned into an ornament.
Right. It's not even an ornament. It's a necessity, right? Like I mean,
Well, yeah, I've got-
we live in a nice upper middle class to upper class area,
yeah.
where it's a thing. You turn 16, you get a driver's license, you get a car, right?
And usually that car in this area is a brand new car.
Right.
Unfortunately.
right. And
None of us knew that.
but even like growing
We had
up,
shit boxes
yeah.
for first
For me, like I honestly I was offered a car. Like we had an extra family car that I was allowed
Yeah,
to
I was too.
split with my sister. And I chose to buy a shit box. I used my own money pumping gas at a local gas station to buy a 96 XJ from the gas station I worked at.
Yeah,
Like-
I was
like-
offered to split Escape
Right.
with my brother, and I wanted the CJ instead because
Right.
Escapes are no fun.
right because we
I did break a rim in a parking lot.
Yeah.
But
You've broken a lot
but
of
we
stuff,
we
so that's
like
not surprising.
we
I was trying
like
to drift.
the adventure
in a
of-
front wheel drive Escape.
we like the adventure of will my car start this morning? I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had to go to class in the morning in college and had to literally. Thankfully, we lived on a hill, so this wasn't as complicated as it sounded.
Pop the clutch.
Pop the clutch,
Yeah,
baby.
my '88 BMW. I used to stick my foot out the door and kick like it was a
Like a
scooter,
skateboard.
like a
up,
scooter or a
Red Flintstone?
skateboard down the hill. Until I got enough speed, and I would blow through the stop sign at 7 in the morning, throw the bad boy in second, pop the clutch out, fire the thing right up. Why? Because batteries were expensive. Did that for like 3 months, and then I bought a battery.
When I bought my battery for my truck, the guys at AutoZone like, you need 2. I'm like, oh, I understand that. I'm only buying 1. And there's our first snot rocket. Yeah, they're like, you definitely need to buy 2 batteries. I'm like, I understand that, but these are like $170 a piece. So guess who's buying 1 battery for my diesel?
Blame Tim. All right, so downsides to being in the new man cave in the basement. There's no tissues down here, so I'm gonna hop off real quick.
Let's
let's
wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up here.
Yeah. So yeah.
Moral of the story.
Yeah. Moral of the story: we're gonna have an awesome road trip, whether it's in an Eagle or not. It's gonna be a fun trip regardless.
And we should try and trademark shipbox in it.
Yes. We're
'Cause-
definitely gonna do.
'cause
our
that's
Well,
what
so
we're
we
calling
found out that
shitboxing.
Toverlanding is already
Yeah.
taken.
Well,
So we got to
no,
check
no.
shitboxing it.
I don't.
Toverlanding isn't
It is.
taken.
Well, it's not
a
taken.
vehicle. It is a Toverlander.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So-
Was that Busted Knuckle that did that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
busted knuckle.
But-
and they're kind of a
But
big thing.
anyway,
Hundreds of thousands of followers.
Nah,
we would
itty bitty.
Okay.
you know, if you guys have any questions about the trip that we're taking or what we're planning to do, obviously reach out to us on social media,
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
I mean, definitely
everything.
click that subscribe, follow.
I've actually got,
Stick
before
around.
we do sign off, I've got one correction from last episode.
Oh.
When Tom Walk said we were the drug dealers of off-road. Can we elaborate on it quick? So we
we don't actually deal drugs.
we don't actually deal drugs. We introduced.
I think we cleared that up pretty much in the
No.
last episode.
No.
I wasn't
tracking.
Let Tim continue.
So we introduce people to off-roading, and then we provide them with everything they need to continue the addiction.
Correct.
That's how we're the dealers of drugs in off-road. We don't
Actually deal drugs.
We don't actually deal drugs. We introduce people into off-roading.
It's an analogy for being enablers.
Yes,
It's the perfect business model.
it's the perfect
According to my
business
grandfather,
model.
yes.
We get people into it, they break their stuff, they come to us to fix it, and then we take them back out to break it more.
Much like a drug dealer,
But we also don't encourage you to drive stupidly to
or do
break your
drugs.
stuff.
Don't do drugs either.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
And on that note,
And on that note,
that's another episode of the Dark Drive Podcast.
Yeah,
Is Jeremy Clarkson's and on that bombshell?
Yeah.
Is that trademarked? Can we
doubt
use
it.
that?
I doubt
I don't know, but
I gave him credit, Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, no, I'm saying
Top
I doubt
Gear,
it's
Grand Tour.
trademarked. I think- yeah,
And
I
on
think
that
we're good.
bombshell.
And on
But
that
yeah.
bombshell, that's it for the evening.
Good night.
And we will see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks, guys.